All right. Lighthouse, that would be Osinachi, right? Osinachi, is that you?
Ifeoluwa. Okay.
Osinachi, is that you?
It's good evening. It's Ifeoluwa.
Who is it?
It's Ifeoluwa. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. It's Ifeoluwa. Yeah. Ife, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. Good evening.
Did you forget about your meeting?
Did you forget about your meeting?
Yeah.
Meeting.
So I'm very upset with your group this evening. I'm going to come and drag you guys in that group because it's a meeting. This meeting is fixed. There are people who have other concerns, and they've been reaching out since morning. We have groups where most of them are in diaspora, and their time changed. Their time changed today, and they've been reaching out to say, oh, can we adjust? Can we this? And people are just sitting there. Cool. You want me to remind you of your meeting? Hey, Faye, I should come and lead the leader. Is that it? All right, so Animoyam, welcome back. All right, it's nice to have both of you here, girls. So today we started talking before Animoyam got kicked out by Zoom. All right, so today we're looking at our parents and the adults in our lives, basically the things that our parents do that we think are like the best things that have happened to us. It's like our biggest advantage, just having this particular parents or this particular teachers, and this is what they do in our lives that makes everything, as in that has brought us thus far. All right, so we want to encourage them, we want to speak about those things, so that our parents can do more. Okay, and then of course there are those things that we think is just the reason why. I mean, our parents, some of the things our parents do that we think are just not fair. They're not fair. Our parents may not understand how unfair we think this is, but we want to talk about it as a group. We want to talk about it. We want to have conversations about these things so that maybe our parents can see it from our angle, or maybe I'll be able to help you see it from your parents' angle, or from a neutral perspective. Adachiko was in her meeting yesterday, and she actually dragged me. She dragged me in her meeting and said some of the things that I do too as a parent that she doesn't like. So and I was here and I had to take it. You get, so this is it. So I'm going to be having a meeting with your parents later, so we're going to discuss some of these things also. All right, so let's talk about those things. Let's start with the amazing things that our parents, our teachers, the adults around us, some of your experiences. Let's look at some of those experiences and see, and then we can talk about some of the ones that we really don't like. So let's start. Animoyami, you want to start? You can unmute yourself, okay?
Please, let the group leader start.
Why is that? Why is that? Okay, ask the group leader to start. Ask the group leader. Okay. I need someone to encourage me. Can you start? So talk to her. She's there. Talk to her.
Group leader.
Her name is Ifeoluwa. Why are you calling her group leader? Her name is Ife. Ife. Ife.
Ifeoluwa.
Do you have any Nigerian friends? Do you have friends that are Nigerians?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So her name is Ife. You can say hi, Ife, and then tell her.
Hi, Ifeoluwa.
So you see, even though
Hi.
the name is.
Please, can you start?
So if that's a vote of confidence, so anyone wants you to start because she believes that you can ginger her. All right then.
Okay, so some of the things that my parents do and other adults in my life that I think are really great. So let's start with my parents. They they are
Excuse you.
they are they're a bit strict and they're really nice. So my parents, what I like about my parents, they take care of me well and they groom me in the right way. They train me in the right way to go. So when I grow up, I won't turn away from it.
Aunt Marybeth, I can't hear.
Coach Marybeth, you're muted.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay. All right, thank you, Felua, for sharing. So that's Ife. She's saying her parents point her to the right way, they groom her in the right way. So Ife, believes totally in what her parents are doing. So she understands. So when her parents scold her, she understands. She doesn't have a problem with it because she knows that they are grooming her state. They are grooming her nicely. So, sorry about this, guys. And then allow you to cook a little more. Okay. So Ife believes that when her parents, the way her parents do the things that they are doing are just fine for her. Okay, and she knows that they are grooming her. So whether they are upset with her, she knows it's fine, and they do it in a way that she understands. That's what it means. They do it in a way that she understands. They do it in a way that she appreciates, and this is good. Okay. All right. So, Ife, can you share with us the things some of the adults in your life do that you think, if only they can look at again, you feel can be sometimes unfair and all of that. So let's talk about that also. Go on, Ife. Paolo, are you still there? Okay.
I think she can't hear you.
But I'm not muted. Ife, can you hear me?
Yes, Mom, I can hear you now.
All right, good. So I said, so let's talk about, the things that some of the adults in our lives, Sunday school teacher, class teacher, anybody around, some of the things that you do that you think are not fair. Okay, you can share an experience or something just so we can give it perspective. Yes.
Okay,
We have just
so
about
let
8
me
minutes,
think.
guys.
Some of the things the adults in my life do that I don't think are fair. So
So if she's thinking hard, so that means she has amazing adults all around her. So they're just cool like that. I hope if I still there. You still there, girl? All
yes,
right,
I'm still here.
anyway. All right, you didn't share. Have you done? Are you done?
Aunt Marybeth, I think there's something wrong with her network.
Right. All right, Nimoyam, I think you should go ahead and share.
Okay. The things adults do around me, especially my parents, they show me the right thing, so I am able to learn from them, and I'm really grateful.
Yeah. Awesome. So someone share with us some of those right things that they do, so that some of us can go and can learn and start doing them too. Or we can go and tell our parents, okay, can you start doing this? I like it. So share with us a few of those nice things that they do.
They give me videos on responsibility and all those other good things.
So your parents have like a system, they have like a curriculum that you follow at home, that they teach you outside what they teach you in school.
Yes, please.
All right then. Good. All right, so let's talk about the things that they do, the adults, our parents, everybody around us. What is that thing that you do, they do that's, it's not working. It's not working.
When my little brother takes my thing and I really want it back and I'm taking it from him, I ask him, he doesn't mind me, and I'm taking it from him. My mother said I should give it to him. Then when he finishes, he goes to lose it.
He loses it, right?
Yes. Then at school, my teacher, when we do dictation, one day, my friend spelled ladder, Lader. My teacher added the D and he made it correct. And me too, I spelled my ladder, Lader. He made me wrong. And that was not fair.
Okay. Okay. So if he could correct another person, he should have corrected you too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for sharing. All right. So let's deal with this few. Okay. We have just about 3-4 minutes because there's another meeting going on in a few minutes. Okay. So thank you very much for sharing. All right, so we are lucky. I want you guys to understand this, that you are lucky, you are privileged when you have parents who understand what they should do for you and they are doing it. Okay. What we have as children, a lot of what we have, okay, what's the things that we call them the springboards or the advantage. Yes, the advantage that we have as children is dependent on how the knowledge that our parents have. So if your parents are knowledgeable, they know the right thing, they know how to lead you, they know where to direct you to. So what it is when they do, then you are privileged, you are lucky, you have an advantage simply because they are your parents. And when this is the case, you need to wake up every morning and spend a whole 5 minutes thanking God for your parents. Apart from every other thing that you pray, you want to stay there and say, Father in heaven, I thank you for my mother, I thank you for my father. Then pray for them. Don't just say, thank you for mommy, thank you for daddy. Yes.
But some people don't pray for 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. You have to learn to pray for 5 minutes. In fact, you have to learn to pray for 5 minutes for your parents. Like a whole 5 minutes. Father in heaven, I want to thank you. So you start by thanking God for them. By the time you finish thanking God for them, then you think of the things that they want, right? So thank God for them. Then think of the things that you do that make them upset, and then begin to ask God for the grace. So ask them for the God, ask God for the grace to honor your parents, for the grace to love your parents, okay, for the grace to love them, to honor them, to be, a child that they will always be proud of. Ask God for all of that grace. Like if they are this wonderful, they are this kind, they are this good to me, then Father, I need the grace to be that child that they will that will make them happy the way they make me happy. So you ask God for the grace for that. When you finish asking God for grace, that's part 2. Then you go to them. I mean, you now start asking God for the things that you know that your parents want. They are your parents, so you know what they do, you know what they like, you know the projects that they are running, you know the issues that they are dealing with at many, in many cases. So you tell him, Father, I want to thank you for my mom. I see my mother's business. I see how hard she works. Lord, I need you. I beg you today to show kindness to my mom. Open doors for her. Favor her. I'm telling you, by the time you finish thanking God for them, you finish asking God for grace to make them, happy. Then you turn to what they need and all of that. And then you give God thanks for what he has done. You would have finished 5 minutes. You understand? So by the time you do that, so ask God, Thanksgiving for the parents that you have. What have you done to deserve this kind of parents? What have you really done to deserve this kind of parents? So God has looked to you kindly and has blessed you so. So thank God for them. When you finish, then you ask God for the grace to be the kind of child that they will be proud of too, the way you are proud of them. So if you are proud of your parents, then you should ask God for the grace to be the child that they can be proud of. And then you do make an effort to be the child that they can be proud of. So if they have to chase you all around the place, they have to correct you every time, then how are you going to be proud of somebody that you practically have to drag to do everything? So you see that. So we have to. So if your parents have been this wonderful, then you have to. Okay, so for your parents, sometimes your parents will okay, you talked about, none of you said your parents do anything that you don't like, so that awesome. So that's why you should thank God for them doubly. All right, so for instance, your teacher, it's very possible that your teacher has a higher expectation of you. So even as teachers, we know that child, or we know the group of children, some of the children who are struggling, and we want to encourage them. Okay, so sometimes you want to encourage them and say, oh, because you made this effort, maybe it's a child that's been struggling, but the person made this effort and came this far. So the teacher wants to encourage the person because he knows that maybe the person is supposed to have only 2/10. Just helping that one may just encourage the person to feel, oh, I got a 3 or I got a 5 instead of. Now, maybe you are a high flyer and he has high expectations of you. You should have 100/100. So you not come and make a blunder. No, he's not going to make you settle and feel comfortable in losing 1 mark. So he's going to mark you down so that you know that this is not where you belong. You need to go up. Do you understand? So sometimes it's the expectations that our teachers have of us that make them, do some of the things that they do. However, if you have this kind of situation, you want to walk to the teacher later, not angry, nothing. Okay, walk to them and say to them, oh, I noticed this happened and this happened. They may have the explanation for you. So don't be afraid to talk to your teachers respectfully and kindly and try to understand, the why behind their action. Just give me a second. So I try to understand the why behind their action. Don't be afraid to talk to grown up, but just do it kindly and, respectfully. Yes, turn it off. So do it kindly. Hey. So just do it kindly and respectfully, and that's what every adult or every teacher would respect, basically. All right, guys, we have to go at this juncture. Thank you for being here. All right, so let's go. There's another meeting that is happening right now. So we need to run, okay? So take care of yourself. Bye. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Bye.
Bye.
Good.